Welcome to the Power of J Skull.
That's it. Welcome back, guys. I am VHS Jason. Of course, next to me is the awesomely talented Jason Roy Gaston. And, mate, we have been diving into the series of He-Man and Master of the Universe now. We are really deep in the bowels of Grayskull in Season 3 now. We've only got 4 episodes left, and we're going to be talking about 2 tonight. Episodes 5 and 6.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I am excited because I really enjoyed these.
Yes, and I know you've watched them several times. I'm not going to fill in why, but it's a bit of background on that one later.
Hey,
here we go. Let's get
episode this way. Okay, cool. I'll watch it again. Oh, you're going to cancel again? Okay.
Yeah, things happen.
All right, I love the Orko episode.
But the great thing is about the Wonderful World YouTube, time doesn't matter. Time and space is relevant.
No, it does not. Everybody's just like, what are they talking about? They did an episode last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. The episode
my beard and my hair is longer. Look. Just look.
All right, let's have a look at the episode we are talking about. And the first one, which is Season 3, Episode 5, A Leap of Faith.
Yeah.
And Jason, I'm just going to put it out there in Front Street. This is a bit of a goofy episode with some exciting ideas. I really did like this episode. I'll just put it out there. So when I gush about it, it's not a surprise.
This was a fantastic episode with a fantastic cameo that I'm hoping everybody caught. Because one of my favorite people in the whole world cameos in this episode. And
I know.
Yeah, based on the smile on your face, I think you know who it is.
Yeah, it was a bit of a jaw-dropping moment, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because you didn't know it was him,
did
you?
Didn't know it was coming
know.
Anyway. So, there you go. Let's start this episode off with basically juiced-up He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a roided out He-Man is basically...
Roid Rage He-Man!
Yeah, man, because he is high on havoc. And what I love about it, and you know what I loved about it? He's instantly a douchebag.
He is. He's like a Muscle Beach douchebag.
Yeah. And I liked it. I thought it was really kind of cool. And it's really like we're in. This is the story we're in. And straight away, because it's havoc, because it's negative stuff, Jace, he goes, nah, don't need any of you. None of you. I'm out of here. Which was kind of, yep, I understand that. And we're getting a little chasing Matila. But in the beginning, we also stop for a very sweet moment in this episode. And it's a little conversation between the king and Battle Cat.
Between dad and stepdad, yeah.
And thanking him for, raising his son. And it was beautiful. It was great. It was really, really cool.
Cat is my favorite. Cringer is my favorite character in this show. Mm-hmm. This is the ultimate version of Cringer. Any He-Man fan who has not watched this show because it's for kids, you're missing the best iteration of Cringer that's ever been made.
Yeah, 100%. And a really wonderful moment. And then we smash cut to, it's all been really focused on Ram Man this season, and it continues on because, she's starting to question the treatment from Ghost Skeletor.
Starting to. She hasn't been very bright.
No, but she's...
I'm beginning to think you may not be such a good guy.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of that, right? It's a little bit of that.
No crap, Sherlock. Again, the voice actor they have for Skeletor in the series is just wonderful. He's wonderful.
He is.
Aside from the original, probably my favorite.
Yeah, he is probably he's probably the favorite one overall now at this point, I would say.
I'm still a fan of the OG, but I really like this guy.
But he takes the OG one and makes it his own and takes it to a level that is not as campy and cringy for today's audiences, which is really cool.
But he's still campy and cringy, though, because he makes his little jokes and everything.
Yeah,
and he makes jokes like he's the only one who thinks they're funny. And he looks around for he's like a combination of Skeletor and Hades from Disney's Hercules.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't work, but it does. And I love it. And the design grew on me so fast. I just love it.
Yeah. talk about design, dude. There's some actually really great moments in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I must admit straight away, I know you were looking at your shelf, wondering if you had space for the new Talon Fighter, because this thing is gorgeous.
I have it.
Oh my
I
Lord.
have it.
I didn't even know they made it.
It was on sale at Walmart for $9.
It's crazy great.
It's a nice looking toy, too. It's not quite as good as the animated version, but it is a nice looking toy. I'd go grab it, but I'd have to run, and I don't run.
Yeah, no, but it is. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh wow, that is cool. I could definitely have one of them on my shelf for sure.
Definite glow up from the original Talon Fighter that looked like a 1988 Astro van, but this one is beautiful. It's a beautiful design.
So we spent a bit of time with Adam, kind of, well, He-Man, roided up He-Man, kind of figuring out what he's going to do with himself. Yeah. He-Bro, gotcha. That's awesome. He-Bro. So He-Bro goes to the top of the mountain, starts throwing rocks.
Because you do that kind of thing.
Because you do that kind of thing. Except I do like that little interaction.
He throws them. I know Guildenstein and Rosenkrantz. They're always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
The wrong time. I like that. That's
not their actual names. That's just what I call them because I'm a literary nerd.
Yeah. And it's the same two guys, right?
Yeah, it's the same two guys, always in the background.
Yeah, it was in the background.
They in a different time, they'd be in like the background of a Shakespeare play going, what's that? They both took the poison. That's stupid. Why would they do
that? All right, so we move on. And we go to Ram Man, who's watching. The painting is an idea they stole from Back to the Future, but it's changing.
Yeah. They didn't kind of stole it from Back to the Future. To me, it's kind of like the Haunted Mansion.
Who would have stole it from the Dorian Gray? Who would have stole it from whatever,
There's nothing new under the sun. We wouldn't have this magnificent series if it wasn't for Conan. So it's all fine.
Exactly. It's all fine. But it serves a good purpose because it tells you, all right, things are starting to change.
Yes, because He-Bro is showing up on the side of evil. And it's making Ram Man a little concerned.
Maybe a little concerned, maybe a little bit put out. Because one thing Ram Man, and I don't know in the next 2 episodes if they solve this, but I'm just going to say it. Like, girl, she is insecure.
She's super insecure.
Super, very, really hard to manage from that perspective. But anyway, let's move it on to what I love, which really had a bit of moment of, wow, that's a bit of a full-on moment where we get He-Bro. They're trying to control him. The gang's trying to keep him under control. And he faces off against Battle Cat, Jace.
Yeah. That is that is a slap that hurts right there. Oh, my God.
Yeah, because
Battle Cat is precious, and we will protect him.
Well, it's just like it's like they're best of friends. Like that's his father in many ways, his stepdad, and he's not happy about his stepdad at the moment. You leave me alone. You don't understand me, stepdad.
You're not my real kitty.
That's it.
Okay.
But, great.
I'm also gonna say, no, hold on. I'm gonna defend Stratos for once.
That's one good move
because Stratos, even though he's had no character arc, somehow shows up with a completed character arc. And it's like, you helped me. You helped me become a better leader. And I'm just sitting there, when did this happen?
Otherwise.
He's a bad character. But then in this episode, I'm like, okay, this is showing 1, Stratos has grown, and 2, He-Man has sunk. Because Stratos has become the voice of reason that everybody's listening to.
And he's at best mildly effective at it.
Yeah.
And especially in battle, he's bloody useless. His 2 other henchmen make a difference when they're trying to control him.
And I'm also going to say, thank goodness, Bobcat Goldthwait is back as the giant butterfly. So, dragonfly. So, it hurt me last time that he was on the show and he never said anything. Because I was just like, why is Bobcat being so quiet?
But we got him back. But either way, I like the side characters more than I like Stratos so much.
Yeah, I know. This is a terrible version of Stratos, but I'm going to give the boy credit right here. He at least showed growth. which he's never shown in the entire series.
No, that's true. That's true.
I'm assuming something happened off screen, like he lost a family member, or his dog ran away.
It was a great adventure.
He learned the true meaning of Christmas from Orko, who ended
Yeah.
up on Earth. Something happened that got Stratos character arc, because we sure as hell didn't see it.
You know who didn't also see it, Jace? Hebro. Hebro was so mad with power that Tila decides to show him what Havoc does to people with power. I love the artwork in this. I thought it was gorgeous.
It reminded me of the old package art from Masters of the Universe, to be honest.
It really did, didn't it? It was great.
It was fantastic. And of course, we get the hardcore truth of what happened to King Grayskull. The sorceress like cut him down.
Had to.
And we also find out that the entire time King Grayskull was being voiced by the great Alan Oppenheimer, the original voice of Skeletor.
I know. I can't wait to talk about next episode. But anyway,
I loved. Is that next episode? I thought that was
this next episode.
No, it was this one.
Oh, you're talking about, I can't wait to talk about that character because you talked about Oppenheimer. Yeah, it's that part. But, sorry, I've confused things for you.
It's all right. Have. Oh, my God.
I really have. All right.
Anyway,
it'll make sense in a few minutes.
Yeah. So, Alan Oppenheimer has been voicing King Grayskull, and I've been sitting here just kind of doing this the whole time just because I knew.
Yeah.
And whenever he gets his ultimate power, he starts talking like Skeletor. Which, you know,
I loved
Oppenheimer
it.
would have been about 90 when he recorded
Yeah.
this. He's 93 years old, by the way. His birthday's coming up in April. He'll be turning 94, and I wish many more. I hope you're on this earth long after I'm off of it.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, just you want to talk about a deep cut that only the original fans would get. And again, if you are not watching this show because you think it's for kids, there is so much for original series He-Man fans,
especially in these 2 episodes.
Oh yes,
especially in these 2 episodes. And we finished the episode with a little surprise because they're going to have to figure out. Well, they need help, and there's only one person they can turn to.
What?
Yeah, what? That's
just
awesome.
What?
Yeah.
I love the fact that, like, Adam is not unbroed at the end either. He's still got this problem, and he's just like, crap, I'm still roided up.
Yeah, absolutely.
My sack is still shriveled, and I'm still angry. I don't know what's going on. It's always been like that.
They don't solve the problem in this episode for sure. But you know what the audience can do, Jason? The audience can solve our problem by subscribing to the channel.
Subscribe, you fools! It's this button right here, Skeletor. I know that, you furry fool.
That's all more that needs to happen, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Now let's move it on to the episode 6 of season 3, which is titled In-Can't-Ation. Oh, wordplay. I like it.
I love that.
Okay.
This is another one. This is another just 10 for 10 episode for me.
This one, I will put it out front street. I think it's my favorite episode.
Yeah,
and not just because of what happens, just because there's this energy about this episode. It's just, I'm smiling from the beginning to end.
We've had so much heaviness in the last couple of episodes, which, you know, the last episode had some goofy parts in it, but, you know, the fact that He-Man's all roided up and, you know, we're learning that the sorceress murdered King Grayskull. To have this episode come along, it was a perfect time because this is just a funny romp with so many great gags in it. And one of my favorite gags is in this episode, which I'm sure.
Yeah, I think I might know what it is. Yeah. But anyway, we start the episode. They go and visit Orko at his village now. His village, I don't know what he's calling it. It's not
New Trolla.
It is, yeah. Excellent. So we go and see him, which is a wonderfully cute scene with the little bouncing vegetables, whatever the Nesbit.
There's Orko the baker, there's Orko the butler, Orko the philosopher, and Orko the failure. Who's Orko the failure? I am. I'm Orko the failure.
I know, so sad. It's so sad. Oh, wrong image. And then you know what we didn't I don't know if I've got the image here. I don't know if this was this episode or last episode. The scene where Ram Man meets up with Evelyn, Evil Lynn.
Oh, yes, that was last episode, wasn't it?
That was last episode.
Or was it this episode? I don't know.
I'm kind of confused now too. I thought I had it.
Well, let's just talk about it like it's part of this episode.
Yeah, but
I really like that scene because you never knew if Evelyn was being serious or if she was just trying to play with her.
Yeah.
You got a sense of both, that Evelyn was full of regret and
here we go. I do have it. Yeah, there.
Yeah, she had no one to talk to, but then again, maybe she is manipulating as well. They never really say either way. It's kind of left up to your own interpretation.
Yeah, but she does that runner, and we get to
but why
these
is it
guys
always
being on their own.
I don't even like bats.
Yeah, that was pretty great. Yeah, she hates the powers that she has. It's great.
Yeah,
I really love this little interaction where they're teaming up, and so Trapdoor's taken the leadership position, only for a short period before it doesn't work the way he wants, and Beastman basically kicks him off. I love the I will say the dynamic of those three characters in this show has been well done.
It has been, and I really like the way that ultimately they're all just in it for themselves.
Yes,
they are in these alliances until it doesn't suit them anymore, and then they move on to something else. And I just love it.
Yeah,
it is so Evil Masters to me.
It is. It is. Now, hey, I can't believe the picture is not here, so bear with me because I have to upload this picture. But what I really wanted to show you, and the big jaw-dropping moment is Orko accepts the mission and gets taken by Teela to the next dimension. Is it a different dimension or a different
it's a transit dimension, is I think what they called it.
Transit dimension.
Where the Trollans left Eternia.
Yeah, absolutely. And we find Orko there. But this is the jaw-dropping moment. We turn around and we get Orko, dude.
It's Orko the Great, voiced by
the original voice artist. Is that not the original?
No, it's
Orko?
Wallace Shawn.
I thought it sounded like, you know what? There was a moment I thought it might have been, this is inconceivable. But
yeah,
I thought it was the original.
Okay,
voiceover.
I will consult Google.
Oh, please do. I'm only going off memory. Maybe you read it somewhere. But holy moly. Like, my jaw didn't drop. Just the idea of Orko's getting to meet was wonderful. I love the whole scene.
He was voiced by Wallace Shawn, so Inconceivable.
Inconceivable was correct. Nah, still fantastic, wasn't it? It was absolutely wonderful. One of the highlights for me was even him going to see the great real Orko, and the great real Orko feels like a failure himself. So
I got to stop you real quick because I just looked at the casting page. Did you know that King Randor is voiced by the same voice actor who does Shax on Lower Decks? And it's the same voice. It never occurred to me until right now. Yeah, Fred.
Wow, that's crazy.
Fred Tatasciore.
Yeah.
Same voice actor. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Now I'm not going to be able to watch the last two episodes without thinking, please let me eject the warp core, please. I've been very good this year.
But, the whole Orko stuff, absolutely loved. Which was kind of great.
I enjoyed the theme that anyone can do magic. It kind of reminded me of Ratatouille, where anyone can cook, anyone can do magic. It doesn't matter if you're a robot. All you have to do is believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing. I thought, what a wonderful lesson. This show is not known for its morals, at least not the ones that kind of bust you in the face with it like Masters of the Universe is known to do. But we'll talk about an effective moral you could take. It doesn't matter who you are. As long as you believe in yourself enough, you can do what you want.
Yeah, I agree. And it goes back with a bit of confidence, gives it to Teela, who starts to then the process, which was kind of scary. If you're a little kid watching this scene coming up, you're a bit, because this is some pretty horror stuff going on here.
Oh my God. What the hell?
Yeah,
why did you have to use that? I got to sleep here in a little bit.
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty terrifying shot, isn't it?
Don't let Adam get me. Don't let Roid Rage Adam get me.
But unfortunately, kind of fails to what becomes dude, it's hilarious. This is hilariously done.
They swap minds with the Nabbits.
With the Nabbits. So they're all concerned about the weather and they're just goofy. So,
and I love the fact that the Nabbit that takes over Cringer immediately wants to eat Cringer. It's like, it's time for a snack.
Yeah.
And just the fact that
Duncan Duncan's sees Triclops.
Yeah.
Freaking out.
Yeah. What did they call it? Bad hat.
Yeah, bad hat.
Bad hat. I really like the weather.
So this is all goofiness, right? It is all goofiness, but I'm in for it. I'm enjoying every moment.
It is.
The body swapping routines, very, very old, kind of Warner Brothers like in some ways.
Yeah, it's an old 80s cartoon trope. You know what?
Yeah.
Fine.
It works.
Fine.
It works for this, and they all kind of, they finally kind of get there at the end, which was pretty great.
Oh, you don't have a screen cap of my favorite scene.
Oh, what's that? I don't have it there. What was it? Spill it out.
It was the cameo from 2D He-Man.
Oh, it should be there. It's another one that's disappeared.
Yeah.
No, that is the moment I was building towards, because that is incredible, dude.
Yeah, the theme from Revelations comes on, and it's like, I'm feeling a little flat.
Where is it?
It would have been so amazing if they would have gotten the Filmation He-Man in there somewhere. I'm helping you look. Hold on.
We're kind of stretching this out, guys, because we want to share this with you. Where are we? Here we go. I'm going to add it in now.
Okay.
But it is absolutely delightful, is it not, to see these guys done so well? And it's just like, how great is that?
I love
I'd be pretty annoyed if I was, look at Duncan looking at his guns.
Looking at his own muscles. Yeah.
No, that was another one where I'm like, that is awesome. And not only because it's a great laugh, but it just validates they support each other. This show is, we're all in the He-Man universe. And
it just drives home the fact that one of these days I want to see somebody do Masters of the Multiverse. I just think that would be so good.
Oh yeah, wow, that would be amazing. That's a great idea, actually. So
it's a comic book series. It's not my idea. I just want to say
it's not your idea? No, they've done it before.
It's let me see, the Dolph Lundgren He-Man, Gwildor, and a chibi He-Man from another dimension comes to the Filmation universe and tells He-Man, you have to come with us because anti-eternity He-Man is destroying the multiverse. And they end up like recruiting a Prince Keldor who becomes He-Man. Wow. And it's just a great story.
Sounds wacky.
And I just think it would be so much fun. Yeah.
I'm into it. So, meanwhile, while this goofiness has been happening back at Castle Grayskull, we have Skeletor almost ready to burst out of his cocoon, in a way.
Yes, as a beautiful butterfly.
A beautiful butterfly.
A beautiful evil butterfly.
Green light starts spewing out of the top of Castle Grayskull's head, but it looks gorgeous, which is kind of really great. But before we get to the reveal of him,
it looks like Castle Grayskull ate a pepper.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This moment here, which is, I thought, just a really nice way of how it turned about. We started this episode with Metal Orko going, hey, I'm insecure, I need help, and then him returning the favor by the end of the episode and reinforcing the original Orko that, hey, you have talent and skills as well. I thought that was really handled well.
Yes, I agree. Because Orko, our Orko, Filmation Orko, which I'm assuming, I don't know, I have this weird continuity in my head where this series takes place like hundreds of years after the Filmation series.
Oh, I was going to bring that up to you. I feel like it's
just my own personal
Matrix thing.
Where Matrix, Battlestar Galactica thing. This is
where it just keeps repeating. Again. And I'm in. I love that.
And I'm thinking that the Orko we met here is just like a future iteration of Filmation Orko, and we know that Filmation Orko was always kind of a screw up. So I never really bought the idea that he was this great sorcerer. So I like that. And again, that's not.
Well, that's
just my own headcanon.
And how's the exposition where he's like, "Look, I told him, I just dumped him somewhere." told him it's Neutrolia, and then like he admits that, hey man, I'm a giant scam. Yep. But there's nothing more badass as this, dude. Oh my! I just went, wow, that is so metal rock and roll. Like, they went for it, didn't they?
Say hello to the final boss.
Like, it is. It's final boss mode for sure. I love it. I thought it was great. You know, I didn't know if these two episodes... I assume these two episodes would be very like just a lot of trying to build up. But I liked what they have done here very much so. I feel like after these two episodes, I've been entertained, I've laughed, that we know the threat is coming. It really sets you up well for the last two episodes, I thought. So
yes, yeah. I like how they're doing an arc, but at the same time, every episode has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it's very it's handled very efficiently and very entertainingly, and you don't ever feel like you've been gypped with every episode.
Yeah,
like you've gotten a story.
They've handled the snake men the best way possible by only having tiny little bits of it.
Yeah, like I said, the snake men always signify the end of the series.
But still, they didn't have to do too much with them, which I like, because there's too much going on. So that was it. That was In-Can't-Ation. And basically, the next two episodes, Jace, the final two episodes of the series are the beginning of the end part 1 and the beginning of the end part 2.
How can the beginning of the end have two parts? Shouldn't it be
the
beginning of the end and the middle of the end?
Yeah,
and then the end of the end?
I don't know. The writers just didn't care at this point.
Yeah,
We're done. I'm out.
We're not getting a third season. What the heck?
They're still writing lines as they're carrying their
Now, the sad thing is they actually thought they were getting a third season. And then Netflix was
full like, season.
Hey, sorry, no. Yeah, so they did get their third season because they do have a cliffhanger, and it's amazing.
Oh, okay. Well, you never know. It could come back. Good thing about animation is...
Masters of the Multiverse. Masters of the Multiverse. Make it happen, Netflix.
All right, guys, that finishes it up for this week. We'll be back next time with the final two episodes of He-Man and the Master of the Universe, Netflix 2021 version. That's kind of it. And until next time...
The power is yours. Oh, no, wait. This has been the power of J-Skull. As read.
You screwed it up, dude. It's all over. Forget. We're done. It's all over. All right.
Mr. Sulu, there's nothing there. There's nothing there, Mr. Sulu.